Today we're working with the top 8 Lost Zone Goodra deck from EUIC. Aiden Koos kept it pretty simple here, rocking a 3-3 Goodra VSTAR line, 2 Drapion V, and then some of your typical Lost Zone cards, 4 Comfy, 1 Radiant Greninja, and just 1 Cramorant. I really like that the Goodra players started playing Melanie at EUIC so that you can either use Mirage Gate or Melanie or both. You don't have to rely on just either or. I think it makes the deck more reliable at attacking when you want to, although you won't consistently be using one of the options, so you kind of have to keep both on the table and decide which is going to be better for you in which situations, Melanie or Mirage Gate, and which one you're trying to go for. So Hisuian Goodra V-Star, Rolling Iron 200, takes 80 less damage from attacks, and then Moisture Star is very hard to play around. They're typically going to get the full heal with Moisture Star at some point. So yeah, we're going to play this on the ranked ladder today and see how it goes. This is a pretty hard starting hand. Battle VIP Pass would fix it right up, though. VIP Pass, a couple of trekking shoes, and Nest Ball. Now they'll get down to 5 Pokemon, and they can actually draw a card with Fusion Strike System. Okay, they'll draw 2 cards with their first Fusion Strike System, attaching double Turbo Energy to Mew. Now they're down to 3 in hand, 5 on the board. Top deck Battle VIP Pass. Okay, we can actually play the game. That's incredible. So we'll go ahead and do this. Play Beach Court. Sealed cards. We get Goodra V-Star and an Escape Rope. We'll go ahead and play that Escape Rope. Alright, and we'll go ahead and Flower Select. I just got so thrown off because the metal sounds, I guess. Like when the Genesect came into the active, I have all sounds turned off, but it made the metal sound, which was very weird. It was either Battle Pass or Melanie, and I think Battle Pass is better because I can get another Goodra down and another Comfy. Ooh, another Battle Pass or a Switch. Hmm. Well, another Battle Pass gives me a third Comfy for turn. I could always also just get a Drapion and like kind of leave it as bait, but that doesn't sound nearly as good. I'll get a Battle Pass. Just gonna try to see many cards, and then we'll also go ahead and Escape Rope. One more Flower Select. Let's see what we got off the top. It's either Cram or Goodra V-Star. We'll take... Hmm. I think we'll take Cram because I only play one Cram. And, yeah, Cram plus a Rolling Iron can take a knockout on a Mew. So, yeah, I think I like this. And then we'll attach... Actually, no, I'm not attaching for turn because I want to use Radiant Greninja next turn unless they path me again, which is very likely that they would play another path. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to attach to Goodra and pass. There's a chance I should have taken the Melanie instead of the Battle Pass. Um, Knowing that the next 3 cards included a Battle Pass. Well, actually, that's only after I Battle Passed. So yeah, well, that's hindsight bias anyway, but uh, the weird sound that happened with the metal really threw me off because I have no sounds turned on my computer right now, and I have PTCG Live completely muted, and then the metal sound just made a big clank, and I was like, "What the heck is happening?" And it definitely threw me off a little bit, but that's just an excuse. I should have been better. But I still am not sure that I misplayed. So, oh, they're playing Escape Rope while I'm over here yapping. I didn't even realize that. That's my bad. Sorry there, Kicksters. But yeah, I think I might still stand by the Battle Pass because it got me second Goodra down. Like if I'm Melanie and Energy, that's great. And I can have 2 energies on 1 Goodra. But if I only had 1 Goodra at the end of it, then and they boss KO that Goodra, the energy that the Melanie accelerated isn't even worth it at that point. And I got an extra comfy down, so I have 3 in Lost Zone. So if I use 2 comfies next turn and I get 1 into the... And I find a Colossus Experiment, that's 7, and then I can Mirage Gate. I'm not happy about wasting the Beach Court to bump Path as early as I did. But theoretically, I only need to bump Path 1 time, because I only need to attack with Drapion once. Uh, like, necessary, it's only once. Uh, Twice would be great, but I could go Cram Goodra to knock out one MUV max, and then Drapion V to knock out the last one. And so this is exactly what I was talking about. If this was my only Goodra here, that would suck. I can evolve into this Goodra now, since I was able to battle pass for an extra Goodra, and then this one's going to be harder for them to KO. So they're down a power... How many power tablets? Just one? Yeah, just one. And Lost Zone, I think their Lost Zone is just a judge. Oh, I have 4 in the Lost Zone? Oh, that is spectacular. They Lost Zoned my beach court for me. That was... And I top decked Chorus's Experiment. Let's go. Alright. So we'll start this off with a Chorus. And they don't even have a path down. That's incredible. Yeah, we'll just take these. We'll see if we can thin the top cards of a supporter, because we don't need another supporter this turn. What we want is Energy or Drapion. Let's go Flower Select. There's Energy. That's good. So that's 7 in the discard already. The problem, however, is I need a way to retreat. So yeah, this is definitely a concealed cards angle here. We hit another energy. So we can't attack with Goodra this turn, but we can attack with Cramorant. So that's fine. And then we can also Roxanne them after that if they don't judge us. So we're just down the energies that are in the discard, so we should be fine to do this. Yeah. And we'll put metal here, water here, and then retreat. And in case of judge, I'm going to energy recycler because we do have a lot of energy in the discard pile. So now we only have a 4-card hand. That looks that makes judge a lot less appealing. I really would have loved to get to attack with Goodra this turn, because then it would be much harder for them to knock out the Goodra. Because if they knock out the Goodra V-Star this turn, I'm pretty sure I lose. So we don't want that. There's Judge. Okay, so no boss from them this turn. Let's see. There's no evidence of cross switchers yet. And with the trekking shoes, I'm thinking they probably don't play cross switchers. So if they path to the peak us, we will boss KO the damaged Mew with Goodra. If they don't path to the peak, we will Nest Ball for Drapion and get a one-shot knockout on the fresh Mew VMAX. There's path. Okay, so we'll just boss KO the Mew VMAX on the bench. We'll promote Goodra so we don't have to find a switch or anything. We can just attach and boss. We already have it here. I think we'll hold on to the Nest Ball. Roll some Iron. One more Mirage Gate or a Melanie, and I can actually use Drapion under Path to the Peak, which would be fantastic. I did consider using Nest Ball last turn to put Drapion V on the bench in case of a Roxanne, because then if they Roxanne, they can't boss as well. And I do think that was the correct play. I could have threatened 2 things, kind of. Because then if they boss... Actually, no, it's not. Because then if they boss knock out the Drapion, I didn't know I was getting this Ultra Ball off the prizes, so that was not the correct play. Because if they boss KO the Drapion, and then I don't get another Drapion, I lose. Because then I just hit them with Goodra, and then they escape rope or boss and knock out a single prizer and win. They might be in a really bad position here, though, with that Cramomatic Tails, and they're under their own Path to the Peak. And they have 5 cards in their hand, so even if Path wasn't there, they couldn't draw cards yet. If we could find our last Melanie, or 3rd Mirage Gate. Actually, are we down a Mirage Gate? We're not. Okay, there's Lost Vacuum getting rid of... Oh, man. Okay, they just got rid of 2 Path to the Peaks that way. They're down 3 out of 4 Path to the Peaks. They do have the Roxanne. And they have Forest Seal Stone. So they could search for their 4th Path to the Peak, but they're not. If they had a 4th Path to the Peak. They're just going to swing with Max Miracle. Wow. Let's use Moisture Star. And I'm really tempted to bring up Genesect V and knock it out with Boss's Orders. I don't see a lot of harm in hitting into this either. Knocking out the Genesect V was tempting, specifically because it had Forest Seal Stone on it. But we'll just swing 200 here into the Mew VMAX and see what happens. They're just gonna Psychic Leap. Yeah, okay, that's a losing play. They scoop to this boss 100%. They scoop here. Yep, GG. Okay, let's see if this is a mirror match. What's this battle pass gonna get? Not a mirror match. Water energy to the discard or to the lost zone. Okay, so we're playing against a Mirage Gate lost zone box. They either prized Greninja or they have it in their hand. I think they prized Radiant Greninja. My hand's really, really good. Let's see what we've got available to us. We have Radiant Greninja, one Mirage Gate prized, one energy prized, well, concealed cards. Horse. Okay, we don't need Choice Belt. We probably don't need Melanie. I want to use the Comfy this turn, and that means I can save the Nest Ball for something else. Let's see. Switch one, then Beach Court. Nest Ball for Cramorant. Okay, this is good. We'll get rid of the switch in the belt. And we'll go switch into Comfy and select. I'm down with getting rid of a water energy. That's fine. No big deal. And bench this. Actually, I did need one more switch. I did need one more switch. I miscalculated that. We'll go ahead and thin the deck here. Give myself a better chance of finding that switch that I want. So I should have taken switch over Melanie with the Chorus's experiment. Because right now I'm at 3 in Lost Zone and I want to be at 4. So I'm at 3. Here we go, trying to get to 4 plus find a switch. We get bailed out. I find the escape rope. But I shouldn't have needed to rely on that luck. That was a misplay. Rope, they'll send a Comfy because they don't want to lose Cram or Manaphy. I'll just attach here to Goodra. I believe that way I can actually, yeah, I can actually attack without Mirage Gate next turn. So we take a prize turn 1, that's really good. I got lucky there to fix my mistake because I should have, I really think I should have taken the switch over Melanie, even though Melanie's going to be good for me next turn. The switch was safer because it was guaranteed that I get to attack with Cramorant there instead of hoping for a switch or rope off of one of the following flower selectings. I mean, I did have 4 cards to look at with flower select, but that's still not really that much. Opponent is at 5. They're going to want to go for a Moonlight Shuriken on double Comfy here, and that's fine because then I'm going to start walling them with Goodra. Best case for me, they just attack with Cramorant. Wow, that's a lot of Comfies down. I could, okay, let's see. So they're going to use Comfy again. I'll just go, I could go, I'll go Goodra, I think. I think I'd like to see them cram into the Goodra. I do. Because if they get the Greninja, so the other choice was sending up Comfy, right? And if they get the Greninja, both Comfies go down anyway. I mean, that means I could just send up Cramorant or Greninja, which have free retreat. Oh! They don't have the retreat, and I top deck energy. That's beautiful. Sounds good to me. And there was another energy there anyway. Okay. Perfect. I don't think I really need to draw more cards with concealed cards here. So actually I could switch and use a Comfy before they're gone, so that way I'm only 1 Colress's experiment away from 7. Because I have Beach Court, so it's just switch retreat. Yeah, this is good. We'll do this. And there's the Colress's experiment, and I have a gate in my hand. You don't really need all of the gates in this deck, just a couple, or maybe even just one some games. So that next turn I can just attach gate, use Greninja if I want to. Oh no, actually I have to, next turn I have to boss KO the Manaphy and then I can do that. Yeah, so we'll just roll some iron here. Very good. Okay, Colress's experiment. Retreat. We're gonna see a Greninja on double Comfy here, I think. And they'll even out the prizes 4-4, but I feel very good about this game. Nest Ball, put down a Sableye. Not too worried about the Sableye. Really want to take out that Manaphy. Also taking out the Greninja could be good. Let's see what I get off of concealed cards. Ultra Ball and Nest Ball. Ultra Ball's good because I can get another Goodra VSTAR. Let's also check the deck for the energies real quick. We have 1 water, 2 metals. I don't really need to Colress here. We'll attach there. Boss the Manaphy. I think it's likely they can get it back, but let's make them get it back. It would have been really nice if I had a switch so I could actually attack with Cramorant into that mana fee. That way, if they knock out my Cramorant back while it's in the active, they'll go down to 3 and I can Rock Sand them from there. But they have Sableye set up, so they might just snipe the Cramorant anyway and go down to odd prizing. I would love if they did that because that's definitely not good for them. If they go down to 3 prizes this turn, that's definitely favorable for me. And if they like panic here to get the mana fee back, like I'm gonna win even if they get the mana fee back, so I would like them to waste resources on it. There's Dragonite V, but both of my Goodras are evolved. And yeah, there's Farseal Stone on the Dragonite, so no choice belts are happening. I'm trying to think if the Dragonite's even good to play here because they're gonna swing into Rolling Iron. Like, so they're swinging in 170 damage, and then I'm gonna fully heal it. I did get rid of my choice belt though, and they know that, so that's good for them. They're gonna boss up this Goodra, but they still don't knock it out. Okay, so let's Pokegear. I'm gonna grab Melanie. I'm at 6 Lost Zone. I'm running a little low on energy in the deck. Let's go ahead and course though. This will open up Mirage Gate. I don't find oh, I get ropes. Ropes are great. Ropes are very good. So I think I only have 2 energy in deck. Maybe I have 3. If I have 3, then this is just perfect. Oh, I have 3 left. What do you know? Oh, I have 3 prizes. This is so good. This is so good. So we're attacking with Greninja this turn. I'm gonna go ahead and Moisture Star this Goodra, and then just rope. And then I'll knock out a single prizer and put 90 on the Dragonite V, and I can't lose from there. Okay, GG. 2 good wins with Hisuian Goodra VSTAR Lost Zone on Ranked Ladder today. So yeah, I think this deck was very underrated going into EUIC. I do not want to queue up another game. Those 2 games were good enough. I think the deck was underrated going into EUIC. I didn't realize until like 3 or 4 days, maybe 3 days before EUIC, how good of a play Goodra was for the event. And then that also made me start thinking about Duraludon, but Duraludon isn't actually incredibly favored into Hisuian Goodra V-Star. One more time here is Aiden's list, which I played today, and I will leave a link to this down below. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe if you're enjoying the content here on the second channel. See you next time.